Right now, the U.S.-Iran situation is stuck, and a lot of people in Washington and Tel Aviv are worried about one question. What happens if Iran moves closer to becoming a nuclear-capable state? The current situation is complicated. International nuclear inspectors from the IAEA have faced major restrictions inside Iran, and Tehran has repeatedly argued that cooperation became difficult because of security concerns and ongoing tensions with the United States and Israel. Critics in Iran have claimed that intelligence gathered through inspections has sometimes ended up helping their enemies understand sensitive programs and personnel. This has created a dangerous situation. The United States and Israel worry that if monitoring becomes weaker, Iran could continue expanding its nuclear program with less international visibility. Iranian officials, meanwhile, continue saying their program is for peaceful purposes while also insisting they will not negotiate under pressure. Why does this matter so much? Because many analysts believe that if Iran ever crosses the line into becoming a nuclear weapons state, the entire balance of power in the Middle East could change overnight. Think about it. The Strait of Hormuz handles a massive portion of global energy shipments. Any major escalation there affects oil prices, markets, supply chains, and economies across the world. Investors know this. Governments know this. Markets know this. That is why every new headline creates panic. There is another concern being discussed behind closed doors. Some officials fear a repeat of what happened with North Korea. Years of sanctions, years of pressure, and then eventually facing a reality that became difficult to reverse. If Iran were ever to become a nuclear-armed state, many experts argue that regional countries could begin reconsidering their own security strategies. That alone could completely reshape Middle Eastern politics. At the same time, Iran continues signaling that sanctions and pressure campaigns have not changed its core positions. Tehran argues that it has already lived under restrictions for years and has adapted to economic pressure. Meanwhile, financial markets remain extremely sensitive to every development. Oil reacts, stocks react, crypto reacts, investors react. The reality is simple. Uncertainty creates fear. Some analysts argue Washington has fewer options than before. Military escalation carries massive risks. Diplomatic talks remain difficult. Economic pressure has already been used for years. That leaves one question. What happens if negotiations fail completely? Nobody knows. Supporters of diplomacy argue that eventually both sides will have to return to the table because the alternative could create consequences far beyond the region itself. Iran also argues that it cannot simply disappear from the map, and geography matters. Gulf states are staying where they are. Iran is staying where it is. Regional realities cannot be